I'm 78. I want to tell you about a decision that nearly destroyed the last decade of my life, and how reversing it gave me back my freedom. For years, I carried my adult children like stones. Every unanswered call, every disagreement with their choices, every financial struggle, I wore their problems, convinced a good parent never stops worrying, never stops fixing. I thought I was being loving, responsible. But worry doesn't help them. It only steals from you. I learned this at 72, lying awake at 3 a.m., heart pounding, rewriting my daughter's career. My son's marriage decision consumed me for 6 months. I was exhausted, anxious, and had stopped living my own life. I'd retired, but I wasn't free. I was just worrying in a different place. Then an old friend asked, "When did you become responsible for fixing their lives?" I had no answer. That question changed everything. If you're over 60 with adult children, ask yourself, when did you last decide something purely for you, not for your children's needs, thoughts, or judgments? I couldn't answer. I suspect many can't. Your children grow up, move out, build lives. Supposedly this is your time, your freedom. But worry moves with them. It grows, metastasizes. Straight knees become marriages, careers, finances, parenting choices. The stakes feel higher. You can't bandage these problems, so you lie awake, check your phone, offer unsolicited advice, send money you might need. Bite your tongue until it bleeds, then speak anyway. They don't even know the space they occupy in your head. They live their lives making mistakes, figuring things out, while you turn their problems over and over. I wasted 5 years of retirement like this. 5 years gone. Trips canceled for a daughter who might need me. Savings drained on a son's business I didn't believe in. My interests abandoned because their problems felt more urgent. I wasn't living. I was hovering, waiting, worrying. My worry wasn't bringing us closer, it built walls. My daughter called less. Conversations became anxiety about her choices. My son stopped sharing, knowing I'd catastrophize. I was losing them while trying to hold on. That question forced me to see the difference between love and worry. I thought they were the same. They're not. Here's why we stopped worrying about adult children, not because we love them less, but because we love them properly. Your worry doesn't protect them, it diminishes them. I thought vigilance was protection, that my worry shielded them from life's hard lessons. But when you treat a 35-year-old like they can't handle life, you communicate something devastating. You don't believe they can do it, that they need you to survive. My daughter said, "Dad, I'm not asking you to fix this. I'm just telling you. Why can't you trust me?" She was right. Every solution, every worry, every "have you thought about" told her she wasn't enough. That her judgment was unsound. Your children need your confidence more than your concern. They need to know you believe they're capable. When you don't, neither will they. You're sacrificing your one irreplaceable life. You don't have unlimited time left. Every hour worrying about my son's career was an hour not learning Italian. Every evening anxious about my daughter's marriage was an evening not in my woodshop. Every postponed trip, abandoned hobby, dream put on hold, gone. For what? Did my worry change anything? Solve anything? Make their lives better? No. It just made mine smaller. Retirement isn't endless. Health fades, energy wanes, opportunities close. The window is narrower than you think. Your children are building their lives. That's their job. Your job is to build yours. Not the one you should want. Not the one available for every crisis. The one that makes you come alive. When you're engaged in your own life, you become a better parent. Not because you're available for problems, but because you model a life well lived. Worry is a habit, not a requirement. I thought worry was part of being a parent, involuntary. That good parents worried, bad parents didn't. But worry isn't love. Worry is a habit, broken like any habit. You learn to worry. As infants, vigilance kept them alive. As teenagers, safety. But you never updated the software. You still run the same programming, though they're not children. I noticed my worry patterns. Most of it wasn't about real present problems. It was about hypothetical futures. Disasters I invented. My son might lose his job. My daughter's marriage might fail, might. I lived in a non-existent future, sacrificing the present. When I caught myself asking, is this happening now? Is there a problem I can solve now? The answer was almost always no. I had a choice, anxiety, or redirect that energy to my life, my day, my purpose. It wasn't easy, but each choice got easier. The grip loosened. My relationship with my children improved. Your anxiety doesn't protect them. It paralyzes you. Your worry does nothing for your children. Nothing. It doesn't make them safer or wiser. It doesn't cushion falls. It keeps you stuck waiting for a catastrophe that probably won't come. Worry is fear dressed as responsibility. While I worried, I wasn't living. I held my breath, woke at 3 a.m., mind racing, checked my phone compulsively, rehearsed conversations for unrealized problems. The cost, my peace, my sleep, my ability to be present. They need your example, your strength, your courage, not your anxiety transmitted through every call, every just checking in, every attempt to manage their choices. Trust is the only gift that matters now. If you worry, you don't actually trust them. I had to face this. My worry said, I don't trust you to handle this. Every sleepless night declared, I don't believe you're capable. By not trusting them, I undermined them. My worry sent a message they weren't quite competent, still needed oversight, that I didn't fully believe in them. The greatest gift isn't your worry, it's your trust. Trust you raised them well. Trust they learned. Trust their mistakes are theirs to make, their lessons theirs to learn. Trust they're more resilient than you think. If they're not handling things well, trust they'll figure it out, or won't. But it's not your job to rescue them anymore. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're releasing the illusion you can control outcomes you were never meant to control. The freedom waiting on the other side. When I let go, space opened. Space I didn't know I'd been missing. I had energy for things I'd put off for years. I started painting. Took that trip to the coast, deepened friendships. I felt lighter, younger. I still cared about my children, but I stopped carrying them. There's a difference. They didn't fall apart. They just continued. Living, choosing, growing up. They were fine. Better than fine, because I'd stepped back enough to let them be fully adult. Your life is still yours to live. You don't owe your children your entire life. You gave them childhood, guidance, roots, and wings. You did your job. Now live for yourself. Not selfishly, intentionally, purposefully, with the same energy you poured into raising them. You're not done yet. This isn't the epilogue. It's a new chapter. Yours. What would you do if you weren't worried? What would you pursue? Where would you go? Who would you become? Those aren't rhetorical questions. Your children are living their lives. Start living yours. I'm 73 now. If I could tell my 60-year-old self one thing, stop waiting for permission to let go. No one will say it's okay to stop worrying. The world will keep telling you that good parents never stop. But it's okay. More than okay, it's necessary. The day I stopped worrying wasn't dramatic. I woke up and thought, I'm tired of living like this. So I stopped. Gradually, deliberately, I released what was never mine to hold. I got my life back. If you're still checking phones, lying awake, playing out scenarios, I see you. I was you. You're not a bad parent for wanting to let go. You're not selfish. You're recognizing a truth it took me too long to learn. Loving someone doesn't mean carrying them forever. Your children need you to trust them more than to worry. They need you to model a full, purposeful life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. They need you to show them aging isn't shrinking, it's stepping into freedom. You need to remember you're still here, still living, still growing, still becoming. The best years aren't behind you. They're right now, waiting. Take one small step today. Maybe turn off the news before bed. Maybe book that trip. Maybe say I trust you instead of fixing the next problem. One step. This isn't about changing overnight. It's about reclaiming the space worry has occupied. It's about remembering you raised capable adults and trusting that truth. It's about choosing, finally, to live the life unfolding. I spent years believing worrying was love, anxiety was proof I cared, that without constant concern I was failing. I was wrong. Love isn't worry, love is trust. The greatest gift you can give your children and yourself is the freedom that comes from letting go. Your children will be okay. They might stumble, struggle, make choices you wouldn't make, but they'll be okay. And so will you. Better than okay, you'll be free.